I think that Congress can, and as the Intelligence Committee seem to be doing, can approach this in a bipartisan nature. The Intelligence Committee has a long history of being run in a completely bipartisan way, both on the Senate and the House side. And I think until proven otherwise, they should have the opportunity to conduct that investigation. That's what they're elected for. And as I said, I'm always very reluctant about independent prosecutors. Those situations tend to become fishing expeditions and get out of hand, and have much more of a risk of being political, I think, than an appropriately bipartisan congressional inquiry. And so I think it's absolutely correct to be looking into it, and I have complete confidence in the people who are heading those two committees that they'll conduct themselves in a way that'll be completely bipartisan. So we'll see. We have to judge based upon their conduct. But based upon the history of those committees and the history of those people, I have confidence in the fact they'll be able to do that, but they have to prove it now. They have to prove it to the American people. That's their job. But I don't think you need to do anything beyond what Congress is already doing. What Congress has to do, what they say they're going to do, which is to independently investigate what went on, because nobody wants to see our elections interfered with by any foreign country or any domestic force either. Elections should be fair and should be the voice of the people expressed, and if to any degree that they're not, that's something that everybody in America, no matter what party you're in, if you're in it either, should be concerned about.
Governor, there was reports yesterday that during the Trump transition there was information or communications that was incidentally swept up. Do you have any information that your communications?
I'm anxiously awaiting, Dustin. I don't know. I was doing a lot of communicating during the May to mid-November period in my role as the chairman of the transition, and so I don't know. Nobody has advised me, I can tell you at this point, that any of my communications were incidentally swept up. But believe me, if they were, I'm sure you'll hear about it. But I haven't heard anything yet.
Do you have any concerns about that?
No. I would suspect that everything that I said during that period of time, I wouldn't care if it was made public or not. I was in the process of trying to help then candidate Trump put together the best possible transition to power if he were to win the election. That's what myself and Rich Bagger and others did. And so I'm sure that if they swept up any of our communications, I wouldn't have any problem. I wouldn't want them made public because they're supposed to be private, but there's nothing there that concerns me now.
The negotiations over the healthcare reform bill currently between the Freedom Caucus and the administration, it looks as if they're going to be taking out some of the mandated benefits that are currently covered. Is this something that causes concern for you, even though it might result in lower premiums?
Listen, as I said, this bill is a moving target. You guys have asked me over the last couple of weeks, I've taken questions about the bills, which I expect you will, but I've been reluctant to talk about it because they keep changing it. I don't know whether this bill is going to get passed tonight or not. And if it does get passed, let's look at what it's like when it's passed and it's being sent over to the Senate, and then I'll give you a comment on it then.
Would you support stripping out those mandatory?
Listen, bills have to be seen in their complete context of everything that they do. And I have to be honest with you, I don't know everything this bill does as we stand here right now, because it's my understanding that as we stand here right now, the president is meeting again with the Freedom Caucus in the White House, and they didn't come there to say they think everything's great and we got our votes. They came there, I'm sure, to demand other changes to the bill in exchange for their votes. So anything I say now, by the time I walk out of here, is going to be dated. So let's wait. Let's see if they pass anything. If there's a House-passed bill tonight, then me and my staff will have the opportunity to look at it, and will, from the perspective of how it would affect New Jersey, and then I'll be happy to comment on that as it's being considered by the Senate, so that if we want changes to the bill, we might have an opportunity to influence the Senate in that regard. But I think now it's trying to shoot a moving target. That's not, I think, the appropriate thing for me to do.
Governor Cuomo wants to install his own Inspector General for authority, but some have said that it's really a tactic to grow his own power, and maybe even intimidate those who disagree with him. What do you think of the governor's proposal?
What I think is that that the state Senate should pass the reform bill. Now, I conditionally vetoed the reform bill to make it comport with the New York bill. As you know, if we pass different bills in New York and New Jersey on the Port Authority, nothing goes into effect. We have to pass the identical laws. So I changed the law to match New York's bill, and for some reason it has sat in the legislature for months and months and months. These are significant reforms that should be done, and I call again, you hear all these people talking about how they want reform of the Port Authority. We actually have a reform bill for the Port Authority that would negate any of the things that Governor Cuomo's talking